Also, another great feature of Delta is called Optimize. So to understand Optimize, you need to know exactly how data works on the storage level. So typically, when you have a storage, right, and you store your table is actually not stored as a one piece. Sometimes your table have small files, many small files. They are grouped under one table, right? But they are typically small files, maybe 1 kilobyte file, 10 kilobyte, or even 10 megabyte, and so on. Tiny little small files. If you're working with big data, you know that the small files are a big overhead to read and write because they are scattered so many small files. You can have one table of, let's say, 10 gigabyte, and you can imagine it should be actually one table on the disk or on the storage, but actually it consists of 10,000 files. You can imagine operations against this kind of tables are very slow because so many small files. This is where Delta have a feature that compacting these small files into bigger pieces. We call it the optimize command. So you run the optimize command on one table, and Delta will go to this table, check all the small files, and compact them. So you'll end up with maybe these pieces will become bigger piece, and this one because it's coming big, you can end bigger. Maybe you run another optimize command the next day, you change the compaction size, it will become like one big piece for your table. So your operation will go against one piece. So this is really helpful because too many small files in big data is a bad problem. It will cause performance degradation all the time. Now, optimize in Databricks, it is recommended that you run it periodically. And also the Z order operation should run it periodically, typically every day. So every day you create a Databricks job that go through all the tables that you wanted to Z order and optimize and do the optimization for all of them. Usually you do it at the end of the day. So whenever you come in the next day, things are optimized and ready for use. So maybe if your business is a 9 to 5, you work in a 9 to 5 kind of thing, maybe you do your optimize at 12 a.m. So when it comes in the morning, you'll find your table optimized. So your data engineers don't waste time waiting for a select statement to execute because it's too many small files or on Z or non-Z order tables, takes a lot of time to query and so on. So this is, we call it table maintenance, which is the kind of operation that you should do in your table to make your table faster to work with. Typically include optimizing your table using the optimize command, Z ordering the data of your table, and also vacuuming the tables or removing unused files. So Databricks also supports something called auto-optimize, which kind of does what Optimize does, but kind of like an operational that is done in the background. So you don't really have to do it yourself. Databricks will use the existing cluster that you're using to auto-optimize this table behind the scene. You don't even have to think about it. Kind of like an auto maintenance mode for your table. So either way, you should use optimize or auto-optimize on your table to make sure compacting small files is done more frequently, so your queries and your operation against this table is not by anyhow slow. That's it for this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.